Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, this back and forth between the government and the youths, CS Kindiki talking about police will deal with you ruthlessly. You saying that is going to be the mother of all demonstrations. You know, the back and forth. That's what I'm referring to, the back and forth. This back and forth seems not to be scaring Azimio. In fact, Azimio are now coming out to support these youths 100%.
And tomorrow there will be a grandmother of all the demonstrations. The continuation of public participation that has been ongoing.
Tuesday, 25th of June 2024 is the date that is set aside for the second reading that is going to involve some votes. In fact, in that reading, there is going to be also some, what we call them, you know, amendments, some little amendments. I understand there are almost 80 amendments that are going to be introduced by the Kenya Kwanza regime. So Azimio is saying they will boycott that. So there are two videos here, ladies and gentlemen. One from BABU OWINO and one from the Minority Leader National Assembly or PO&I. So I want to share those two videos, but first, please like this video, because that is the only way you support the work of our channel. And by the way, I am so grateful for those who've been responding by liking, subscribing to this channel, and thanks so much for those who supported this channel. Now, I know this is going to concern people, and probably most people will want to know why Azimio are declining to offer any amendments.
And tomorrow at the same time, we will be having the third reading of the draconian finance bill. I want to take this opportunity to tell my colleagues, fellow members of parliament, that tomorrow you have a last chance to make it right. That which you made wrong last week, tomorrow is a D-Day where you should vote no. We have a total of around 70 amendments that shall be coming on the floor of the House tomorrow. Those amendments should be placed aside. We want all members of parliament to reject this finance bill in totality. It should not be rejected in parts. In totality, the whole finance bill should be suspended or expelled. We don't want that finance bill because it is draconian. It is not in the interest of the common mwananchi. To fellow Kenyans, I urge you tomorrow, as we will be in parliament, be in the streets. Express grievances there. That is where the great solution lies. I know the Kenya Kwanza regime is bribing members of parliament to vote yes for this bill, the finance bill. Should this bill be passed, and should this bill be taken to the president by the speaker for assent to sign it into law, we will go to court. We will ensure that the president does not assent to it, and we will ensure that at the same time it is not implemented. And therefore, we will occupy each and every institution that has our solution in this nation.
It's very simple. Azimio still believes that there is room to reject this finance bill. And the point of concern amongst all Kenyans is to simply reject it, change it, and do all that. You simply reject it and have it redone. In fact, some are saying that there is no need to introduce another finance bill because the last year's finance bill has not been fully implemented. The issue of housing levy is still under contention and so many other things. So, this simple fact that housing levy is still contentious should not give the government an opportunity to introduce something punitive again. So that's why Azimio are siding with the Gen Zs. The call to totally reject it is in line with the Gen Zs. Of course, there are so many abductions. All these are only meant to make sure that the Tuesday mother of all demonstrations, what BABU OWINO calls the grandmother of all demonstrations, does not take place. But if you listened to the video I shared just about BABU OWINO talking about the grandmother of all demonstrations, what he said there because BABU has maintained that we will boycott, meaning when there will be amendments to be introduced, the Azimio faction will only be seeking to have it repealed. They will not introduce any amendment. In fact, Opiyo Wandayi has advised all Azimio not to front any amendment, that this finance bill should just be kicked out, but leave the people of Kenya Kwanza to produce the amendments. So the Kenya Kwanza people want to introduce so many amendments, almost 80 amendments on the bill. So I don't know whether this fact that Azimio will not introduce amendments will have any ripple effect in this document. Personally, I think, what if Azimio doesn't introduce any amendment, and then this Kenya Kwanza people still force this finance bill on people's throats? They introduce amendments. Will Azimio people be blamed if it's forced on people again? Because from what I see and from what Kimani Ichung'wah said, he said that these things will still go on. They will play their role, and their role is to still stand firm and push this finance bill mpaka ipite pale atakana ipite. So if at all Azimio just decide to boycott venye wamesema, sijui kama kutakuwa na utata fulani, kwa sababu once imeshapita hiyo stage ya pili, ikapita stage ya tatu, itakuwa implemented. Whether people wamekubali ama hawajakubali, but itakuwa implemented. Sasa hapo ndio kuna changamoto kidogo. Sijui, but I'll just check whether it can be returned back. But I know if Ruto declines to sign it, then basically haitaenda pale, itabidi iregeshwe if he declines to sign it. So Opiyo Wandayi has advised all Azimio to boycott amendments. BABU OWINO has also advised all Azimios to boycott submission of amendments on this finance bill, that they are siding with the Gen Zs. So the Gen Zs have support from, political elites, despite the fact that Kenya Kwanza people are finding it strange that all Kenyans are against them. Like there's a time I was listening to Kimani Ichung'wah who said that some of these politicians who voted yes now, wajua kwamba baadaye watapewa sifa wakati watakuwa wameokoa nchi. So sijui watakuwa wameokoa nchi aje, kwa sababu nchi saizi inasema kwamba tuhurumie kwa upande wa gharama, lakini watakuwa wameokoa nchi aje? Lakini walisema hivyo, Kimani Ichung'wah alisema hivyo kwamba watapigiwa makofi baadaye. Na hiyo si ati ni kitu Kimani Ichung'wah pekee amesema. Kuna wakati pia Ruto alisema kwamba watu watampigia makofi baadaye, lakini unapata kama ni kilio ndio kinaongezeka, kilio after kilio after kilio. Will Ruto survive? Personally, that is the concern, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I would like to rest my case there, but the call by Azimio is total boycott. That is the point, ladies and gentlemen. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.